That's happened a lot.
But make sure you're talking into your mic.
Yeah, that comes up a lot too.
Yeah.
Talking into the mic. It's tough on the couch. That's another reason why we kind of just let people ease into it so you can kind of get used to holding the microphone. It's almost like being on stage, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got pretty good mic discipline.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should. You run a radio show.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, if you run a radio show, I imagine you're probably better than either of us.
So where is the radio show? Lives online?
No, it's on shortwave out of Berlin.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
can
we
you
get
scoot this way a little bit more? When you lean back, it puts you out of frame. Yeah, that's perfect. You can do that if you'd like.
it's coming out of Berlin, and we're getting listener reports from all the way in like Tokyo and stuff.
Whoa.
So
God damn.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, I'm just playing punk rock and bullshitting. We play old timey radio.
That's fun.
That's so
How do you even do? So do you like go into a studio? Do you have a studio?
I've got a little home setup. We've all got home setups because we're like half of them are in Tennessee, half of them are in Georgia.
Okay.
So we got a home setup, and then we just do it off a streaming service and record it.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
So it's basically a podcast.
basically a podcast, and we pre-record and then broadcast once a week on Saturday nights.
It's crazy how it all boils down to podcasts now, it feels like.
Yeah.
Even movies, when you pull it up on a streaming platform, you're kind of like, this is kind of an elaborate podcast.
I've never thought about it like that.
Or is it just is it just all like an elaborate cave? You know?
No, that's for sure. That's
Plato's cave all over again.
that's not up for debate. That's just the thing. I'm just saying, everything became a podcast.
It's that astronaut meme. It's all podcast, always has been.
It's all cable TV, dude.
It is back to cable TV. We're 100%
We
back.
just got more expensive.
And you know what I'm about to do? Hey, let me blow your mind right here. I'm opening Blockbuster. What's up, dude? Come rent the physical media.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're like, Uno reverse, dude. I'll open Blockbusters. Every millennial is yearning for it.
You
dude.
should.
Oh,
you
that's
should
why-
buy the domain Blockbuster 2.0.
Spell it with A, Blockbuster.
And that's how you say it on all the commercials.
And I just pay
Blockbuster.
Busta Rhymes as much money as I can get.
Buster
Not
Rhymes.
it's probably not a hard get.
It would not be a hard get. I bet you could get him and Shaq for sure, dude.
Yeah. Shaq's not doing anything.
You just say,
He's got
Shaq,
the
I have
time.
a new business. And he'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
help.
No.
He seems to be jumping on fucking everything, dude.
Have you
Yeah.
seen his gummies?
Yeah, I heard they're terrible.
The
I've-
giant gummies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
nobody needs that much gummy in their mouth. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like, I don't need
only
that.
Shaq does.
My kids eat those like gummy snacks.
What?
a
It's
single one?
disgusting.
Dude, I bet it sounds like a dog chewing on a bone.
Oh my God.
Just driving in the car, just ASMR. I gave my kid Shaq gummies. Say, welcome to my hell.
Dude, when I was teaching, not this semester, but the semester before, I had a chick with a service dog, right?
Yeah.
Which, yeah, cool. But it wasn't trained, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't a service dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she would give it a bone during class.
Crazy. Dude.
That
So I'm
is
pretty
so
sure this
fucked
chick
up,
is just
dude.
bringing her dog to
Oh
class.
my
Yeah.
God, you're trying to take notes and you're just listening to this thing slap down. That disgusted me. I used to have to put Kylie in the yard. I would be like, get away from me with that. It's disgusting, that sound.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, you could really hear it during a quiz.
You're just taking a quiz and this dog's just lapping its own asshole.
Oh,
You're like,
man.
oh my God, he's really getting in there.
Everybody failed that SAT.
including
You're like,
me.
dude, I just got the fuck out of there. You're like, I just put as many answers as I could and left. I couldn't concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
my
gets
God.
an A. All right, let's go.
Oh, dude, man, I gotta say, sometimes dog people are the worst. They are the worst people. They are. It's out of control. Dog culture is. You think kids in a brewery is bad, dude? People are out of control with their dogs.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
spend Sunday morning blowing off the patio, and it's an inch of pollen So that's just going every, and then dog hair. Because people
gosh.
they bring their husky that lives in an apartment. First off, that thing is sad as fuck, and
Yeah.
then it's outside on a patio, just pouring sweat, just shedding, just.
Yeah.
Dude, my dog has gotten trained wrong.
No, what happened?
She's gotten her time wrong. So she wants a walk at like 1 a.m.
So she's on like mountain time.
Yeah. Like, she's on Colorado time,
You're like,
baby.
damn, dude, man,
Man.
she's in a different time zone. She's,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
you
like,
have to take her on a plane, dude.
yeah, just to
what
wear her
happens.
out.
We're gonna have to recalibrate her circadian rhythm. You got a dog in a stand-up tanning bed. You're like, we're trying to get her circadian rhythm back.
I don't know what to do, dude.
That sucks.
You gotta put her down, dude.
Take her into the yard.
You know, and
That third night that she wakes you up, you're like, you're pushing it, dude.
And I'm not the dude you want to see walking around your neighborhood at 1 a.m.
No.
Yeah, I definitely
Tough
look. I definitely look like a problem.
Yeah.
I don't look like
You're
the solution.
walking down the street like Book of Eli with a dog, just like, oh my god. It's
What kind of dog is it?
And she's a little mutt. She's
Okay.
like a 40-pound dog.
Okay. I mean,
Which dog are we talking about?
Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
Wednesday.
barking at everything.
Oh yeah, she is not pleasantly disposed.
That's a barking ass dog.
Oh yeah.
She's sweet as can be though, but she is a.
Yeah.
I mean, she like can't settle down. You like get
Oh,
there
yeah.
and it's 10 minutes into you being there, and you're like, all right, Wednesday, you gotta fucking beat
And
it.
she's
dude."
still like tail going a mile a minute,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rah, 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 rah.
She's just jazzed about everything.
Oh yeah, she's so.
Some would
excited
say
you're
to a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people say
mean-
to a fault.
Yeah, dude. And you can't say anything to that lady when she gives it a bone. You can't be like,
Oh,
that's
no.
not. What is
Yeah.
that dog servicing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's servicing itself right now.
Yeah, like what is? Well, and yeah, because what if they have something tragic, and you go, "Well, what's wrong?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm dying," and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
okay, well,
It's like asking somebody
Yeah.
in the doctor's office, like, well, what are you here for?
yeah, what are you in for?"
They start going into it. You're like, actually, I don't care. I'm sorry I asked.
I have a rash.
You're like, I'm a hypochondriac. I'm sure nothing's wrong with me. But I do hope you get to ring that bell soon.
Yeah.
Like, yikes.
Oh man.
Man, I watched a kid fail so hard this morning. It was awesome. I just thought about it.
Okay.
So there was a pretty attractive lady. I was at Publix this morning trying to get some strawberries and shit
Nice.
for breakfast. And I instinctively, I had a coffee. And so I just went into the one line because I was like, I'm not doing self-checkout. I got one hand free. I'm not,
Yeah.
they don't pay me, fuck Publix. So I'm putting everything on the belt. And the lady is checking out, and this dude is bagging her stuff up, and he might be like high school age. And dude,
Okay.
I watched this kid fall apart in front of this lady. Like, dude, he just went to
You love to see it.
he went to shambles. He first off was trying to say, "I would love to walk you to your car and like help you with your groceries," and he was like, "I would love to help out at your car."
Okay.
And the lady that was checking me out was like, "Oh my God, Evan." She's like, and then he went to go put her bag. She's like, "No, I'm okay." And he goes, "Yep, okay." And then when he went to go do her bag, he dropped her bag because it was heavier than he thought it was going to be.
Oh my god.
The lady looked over and goes, "Evan, come on."
And that's why you pay to go to Publix.
Oh, it was awesome. I was like, dude, this is, well, Aldi wasn't. Aldi keeps bank hours, which don't even
yeah.
get me fucking started. They open at like 9 a.m. You're like,
Whoa.
ridiculous, dude. What, the savings start at 9? Get the fuck out of here,
Come
dude.
on, hippies, get out there.
Yeah, wake the fuck up.
Oh, dude.
It's only
have you
one
ever shopped
cashier.
at a commune?
No,
You ever shopped at a co-op?
no, I shop at Aldi, which is as close.
No, there's not the smell.
Yeah, co-ops are weird.
Organic soap smell.
Really?
Which
know when
means,
you're
which
walk-
means not soap.
That's
Yeah.
really.
No, you know when you're walking past the organic soap stand in the farmer's market?
Yeah,
It's all those smells plus turmeric
yeah,
Yeah,
and cumin.
and bo.
I said turmeric and cumin.
yeah.
So
Implied.
yeah, and no one there's there because they work there. They're all there to get the savings. So
Yeah.
the laziest hippies in the world are working it.
But yeah, this kid fell apart, dropped this lady's bag, I mean, fucking
man.
spilled all in her buggy. It was.
Oh man,
I love it.
And
what a nice time.
and then he didn't get to go anywhere. He just had to stand there and sit in it.
And then he had, he had to bag your stuff.
I told him I'm good. I was like, "No, dude, I'm
Yeah.
good. You're struggling."
He starts picking up the bag, and you're like, "Let me get that."
I have my own bag. I was like, "I'm good, bro. Don't even. I'll do it. You need to just go take a lap.
Yeah.
go cool off.
Yeah, go stand in the
You
walk-in.
had your one shot and you fell apart, bro.
Honestly, you should go in the employee stall and jerk off real quick. Like, you got to get the demon out today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid probably working at Publix. He doesn't even know, dude. He probably just humps his pillow at night.
Most likely, yeah.
Jesus.
Falling apart though. That is, bombing. I used to bomb tables sometimes.
Oh, I've done that. I've done
given
that a lot.
table away to another server because I'm like, I can't go back to those people.
That's crazy.
Especially
we're
when
like,
you're
bro,
known
I
as like
cannot-
the funny server.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just fumble hard, and you're like, you handle this.
Or if you miss another one that's a classic is misreading a table and thinking that a table is cool and being like, oh, I'll get that shit out of your way. And then the vibe changes. You're like, oh, they weren't cool. Like they are very upset I said shit at the table.
That's the one thing about looking like me. Everyone assumes I'm cool, so they just say whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I felt
everyone
that too.
everyone says the F word to me.
Yeah, you're like, please don't tell me you're about to drive, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm cool, but you're pushing it. You got 2 kids in high chairs, man. I don't love that.
You want me to take your kids home? No, I'm good. I'm good.
GPS says 35. I think I can make it in 20. You're like, what does that mean, man? You're driving children home. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, people do that at the brewery. People get
dude.
lit at the brewery where you're like, damn. And then you're like, are you going to take a toddler in an Uber? Because that's sketchy too.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was driving
is it?
Uber, I picked up a middle school kid one time.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, dude, your
By
mom
himself?
know? Yeah. And like, he was like, yeah, I do this all the time. And I'm like, bullshit. We're both scared.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
You're like, hey, man, by the way, I hit a skunk earlier if you smell anything.
No, dude, I would be so afraid. I would take that kid to a house and it would just be Chris Hansen. Be like,
Yeah.
hey,
What were you doing?
What are
Hey,
you
I'm just
doing?
following orders.
yeah, what are you doing here? You're like, dude, what?
The new Chris Hansen spinoff podcast because shows are dead.
His podcast.
It's all podcasts.
It's called ride share. Like, dude, you're just trapping fucking Uber drivers.
Right scare.
Ride scare. Go along with a 10-year-old boy.
That does sound like a Tracy Morgan prank show, though.
Dude. I mean, the Man Show, they did that where they had the 10-year-old kid on the street selling beer and shit.
Yeah, that was funny, though.
Yeah.
Different time, I guess. But no, you could definitely get pedophile hunter videos are bigger than ever online.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can do whatever. It's like zombies in video games. They're not people.
Yeah.
True.
Which is, I see the appeal to. It just seems like a lot of work.
Really?
Yeah. Like getting a pedophile on the line and getting him to meet
Oh,
you somewhere.
Yeah,
And then,
that's
and
I'm
then
like
fight.
the
Like,
guy
that's a
who's-
lot to do.
The guy that's spending that much time pretending to be a kid, it's like, hold on, dude, we got to
Yeah.
check your history.
You got weird stuff
Yeah,
going
dude.
on.
Yeah, you're getting way too. Hey man, did you have to wear the schoolgirl dress while you were diving?
Yeah. I wanted him
I'm
off.
totally in care. They show up and he's just got makeup on. Like, dude, why are you in panties? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It would be
I'm about to beat someone's ass.
I'm getting
Okay.
my method acting on, dude.
You know what? Fresh spin on the pedophile hunter show. The pedophile hunter shows up in drag and then beats the fuck out of the guy.
I'd watch that.
I would watch that
I'd
for
subscribe and like.
sure. Yeah.
All right, hold on.
That might be my new favorite podcast. If
Hang
they
with
made that.
me. You're like, we incorporate the midget wrestling.
Nice. Ooh, okay, dude. That would get the micro wrestling
Yeah.
federation or whatever they're called.
They're like, You better call the police, but not for me, and get suplexed. Yeah, micro wrestling
child-
beating the shit.
That child was 3 little people in a jacket.
And they were so angry.
As soon as I heard the bell ring in this Walgreens, I knew I was fucked.
They took me out Johnny Knoxville style in a store.
What if every time a bell rang, you could just punch the next
Oh
person?
my God, no. The idea is you got to mix jackass with pedophile hunters.
Snort this wasabi, dude.
If they're walking through a Walmart and they're like, dude, the kid's right around the corner. It's just a giant hand. Bam Margera is strung out on fit. He's like, oh my God, dude.
Put on these roller skates and get in this box truck. You pick up like 10 of them.
He's like getting in a porta potty. He's like, you sure there's a little boy in here? Now. He's on a bungee thing.
I swear, just keep the blindfold on and keep walking forward. I know it feels like you're in a bullpen, but I promise there's a kid in there.
Why does it sound like snakes in here?
Hi, I'm Steve-O, and this is Pedophile Hunter. What? Oh my God, he shot me with an arrow. It's a Wild Boys reboot. Why is Chris Pontius naked?
Why is he always naked?
I'm getting shot with his arrow. His dick is out.
Actually, the guy who has the worst thing is he just has to get a 1-hour lap dance from Chris Pontius.
Who picks the music?
Chris Pontius.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I
that's why
only
it's
know
torture.
one CKY song.
That's why it's torture. Dude, just on a loop.
CKY blew my mind.
They don't even play the full song. It's just the riff on a loop.
I could do that.
For an hour?
I got nothing going on.
You're like, I'm free today. Just some CIA agents like,
You
call
would
in Blake.
you would dream in that riff for at least that night.
Oh, yeah. Probably a week.
Yeah, that would really embed that into your head. And
For a song I don't listen to, I think about it a lot.
I watch enough skateboard stuff on social media that I hear it pretty often.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
They
the
like to use
skateboarding clips is my favorite thing about Instagram right now.
Yeah, it's all the best stuff. Because, like, you're seeing, like, there's crazy guys doing, like, weird shit.
I saw a kid beef it on a skateboard the other day on campus. It was hilarious.
Hell yeah.
There were like a bunch of people watching too, and my man tried to do a kickflip and just bailed.
Oh, man.
And
That's fun. But,
he
like,
didn't even get the board up high enough to kick it around, but he still tried. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
yeah, public failure, man. It's always fun to see kids do.
Hey man, at least
You
you're
guys
trying.
have both told us stories about
Yeah.
it.
Hey, you know what though? I think the kids are gonna be all right. I think they're
Yeah.
trying,
It'll be fine.
mixing it up.
That's saying it'll be fine or it won't.
Or
if
it won't.
And if it's not, it kind of doesn't matter. Cause
It's like, hey, Evan, he's probably never going to talk to a lady again. He's going to be a raging incel. He's like, I'm never going outside.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Quits his job.
writes a manifesto.
Yeah. Doesn't leave his room.
Yeah, but who hasn't written a manifesto or two in their day?
Yeah. You know,
You said that like you finished one up before you came here.
yeah, wistfully. Oh yeah, my manifesto days.
You're like pretty good draft this time.
Thinking back to your manifesto days, you're like, boy, when I was on fire, man. I really gave a fuck.
I was an activist, so to speak.
Yeah, they stomped that out of you quick.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, they got you looking like an asshole, dude. I don't know why this image is like burned into my mind, but they had the No Kings protest in Marietta the other day, and I watched these two fucking jerk-offs walk across the street with their signs in the pay parking. I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, you paid to
You
park.
paid for parking for the No Kings
I
protest?
just like was like something about that really
Not
rubs me the wrong way.
Not
Like,
exactly
that's
black block, is
That's
it?
crazy.
Not exactly our old school anarchists.
I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on, man?
That's how
and
bad
they're
things are. It's like
Yeah.
you've got middle class, don't know how to protest people. Like, I guess I got to get a sign. These people are
And she
eating
wrote too
people.
much on the sign. I wanted to
Oh,
stop
yeah.
her and be like, wait, it's a paragraph.
Yeah, just fuck Trump.
Yeah, she put she let ChatGPT get it. I guarantee
Oh,
you.
yeah.
She fucking ChatGPT to sign.
Oh, man.
Dude, ChatGPT protest sign is crazy.
Yeah, they got you out there with a QR code.
I didn't even write the message I'm supporting.
It's like you got a QR code for Bluetooth. I'm like, you know that's for Lucy? You're like, what?
That would be funny to just go to just get a QR code for something random and bring it around to protest.
Oh yeah. That would
Takes
be
you to your
awesome.
manifesto.
And it is
But it's in a webcomic form, so you got to scroll the whole time?
it's also decidedly opposite of the protest that you're at.
Or it has nothing to do with it? Like, look,
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
And this
as
is
soon
what
as
I
we
think.
got rid of...
This is my anti-circumcision manifesto. Those guys are fun. That's been popping up on the Instagram lately.
Hey, you know?
I'm glad I didn't have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough decision.
Yeah.
Dude, it really is, because you're like in there like, well, am I a ghoul or am I a weirdo?
Yeah. It's a fine line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way.
That's what I mean. I don't even know. I didn't even have to think of that. Thank God.
Yeah. That's.
I wonder if they let
luckily-
you do it like do you do it like the
No way.
umbilical cord?
No way.
Did you do the umbilical cord? 'Cause
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What? You didn't? I did.
No, my wife had a C-section.
So did I.
You cut the umbilical cord?
Yeah,
Because I
it
was
was
busy
like-
trying not to faint.
Bro, it was insane. You had to I thought snip like a ribbon, new baby. No, it was like a hose. You had to
Oh, okay.
like multiple. Yeah, I had to do it twice.
Oh.
And then when Emma
no,
came out,
after-
she was like blue. And these people were just body slamming her, dude. They were like suplexing her on the table. I was like, yo, am I fighting this lady? This is crazy.
like, welcome to fatherhood. Get ready.
This lady's just making eye contact with me, slamming
Yeah.
my baby. I mean, they were treating her like a fucking piece of veal. They
Nah,
were
dude.
whacking the fuck out of her. I was like,
Do you do it all day,
They're
every
just
day?
like, nah, they're pretty durable.
That's what she told me. She literally was like, they're durable. We got to get the liquid out of them. She's like, it's okay. It's okay. Because I was like, bro, they're not being gentle
No.
at all.
Yeah.
Because when they hand you the baby, you're just like, you're barely, they are just slinging that thing. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
give a fuck.
It's because they do it all day, every day.
All day, every day. That's what weirded me out too, was like the casual conversation that was going on felt like when you're at a server station at a restaurant.
Yes.
Like just a bunch of servers shooting the shit. It was just because we had 3 nurses for everybody. So you had 3 for Christina, 3 for Ava, 3 for Emma. So there's 9 nurses. So they were just shooting the shit.
They were
dude.
just,
They
just
were
talking
hanging.
about how hungover they
They
were.
were, yeah. They're like, dude, last night was nuts. My
never
nose is
seen
still
someone-
stopped up.
I had to take an IV when I got in today.
Oh, God. You ever party with a nurse?
Yeah, I dated a few.
I've tried.
Yeah.
I stopped pretty quick, or I moved on pretty quick.
Well,
I
one of my-
relate nurses.
Nurses also at comedy shows are like an infamous problem, so comics kind of know that nurses are a problem.
For some reason, I put nurses and like hairdressers are like different branches in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with teachers.
Exactly. Now who is what I don't know, but
I'm gonna say the teachers.
They're the infantry, dude.
No, I was
No,
gonna
they're
say
not getting
gonna
paid.
say the teachers of the Navy because
Yeah,
they're
for sure.
gay.
yeah. Okay, we'll give you that.
Cool.
Bazinga!
Gotcha.
Here's your higher education though, right?
Yeah.
You're not
Usually
teaching.
when I'm going to work.
I'm talking
Oh, I
about
thought
like
you were just attacking Blake. I was like, dude,
no,
that's
no, no.
awesome.
I'm talking about like a group of 5th grade teachers is a big problem.
Oh, yeah.
High
yeah,
school
yeah.
teachers, big problem. Like,
I got news for you. College professors aren't great.
yeah, but you don't see them around like that. I
No,
feel
you
like.
don't.
That's the thing. Is like I know from comedy shows that it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you have a group of 2nd grade teachers in the audience, you're going to have to address them to shut them up at some point
Yeah.
because they're a problem, and it's the
They
same
think
thing
they're
with
part of the
nurses.
show.
But the teachers are the Navy. I think the nurses are the Marines because they're dumb. No, because that's what I would consider like the front lines, like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
front,
yeah.
like the
Okay.
like the dealing with like blood and shit and stuff, like
an ER
doing
nurse?
yeah,
Get
just
the
doing
fuck
the
outta here.
worst job, which is to me what the Marines is.
I mean, I think I'm a pretty put together person, and I've been in the ER, literally shitting my pants and throwing up. Like,
Yeah.
you're the worst you ever gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, going in for that gangrene,
Oh my god!
I was just like, I don't feel good. And they're like, you're dying. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
You're like, sir, you have a like a Renaissance fair disease.
I know. I almost died like a serf.
They're like, let me get the book on how to treat this.
It says here leeches.
I was gonna say, it
Are you
says here
familiar?
leeches and
Are you
goats.
familiar with the term bloodletting?
You're like an Oregon Trail prompt. Like Ray has died of gangrene.
Actually, we have to give you a wool blanket for this.
Here's a wool blanket and a thumbnail of whiskey. A thimble, my bad.
A thumbnail of whiskey.
I don't think you're doing whiskey right. Just saying.
Man.
This shit burns. Doing thumbnails all night.
Man. You ever seen a guy snort liquor?
Yeah. It's
pretty gross.
I have done that. I have accidentally coughed while I was taking a shot and it went up my nose.
No,
Oh.
I mean, I've watched a guy do it with a straw.
Oof.
Like a cap of, I think I saw a guy do 151 one time.
Oh my God.
It was crazy.
I saw a guy.
You
at
meet
a
the
s-
dumbest people in the Army for sure.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
That was my next question. Was that an army?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah,
I might have done it and just been too blacked out to remember.
yeah. You're like, actually, that might have been me.
I know I didn't do the 151 night because that
No way.
I was pretty hungover, so I was like not trying to go too
Oh
hard
my
that
God.
night.
I wouldn't even want to be around that hunger.
I was hungover for most of my military career.
That's great.
Uh-huh.
Live ordnance and a hangover.
I mean, they didn't give us the live stuff very often. It was pretty controlled. They kept us away from booze when that was happening.
Good. You ever been in a bar and someone's got a gun? That's upsetting.
I've been in a bar with a gun.
It's always the drunkest dude who's like showing it to you.
Always.
Dude,
You want to
I've-
hold it?
And you're like, I don't know. There's a voice saying, yeah.
Bro, when I worked the
I
door.
feel like you're trying to get Prince on this thing.
When I worked the door, you would see people and they would show you a military ID. And my next question was always like, hey, do you have a gun on you? Because
Yes.
they don't want you to have a gun in here. And I had a dude look at me wasted and he was like, oh, shit, then you can hold it. And I'm like, bro, that's crazy, dude. You cannot
is this,
give,
a medieval
I am a
tavern?
stranger. You cannot give a stranger your gun. That's insane. Like, holy fuck, man.
Dude, one time I was going into a place that had, I guess you could call it security. They had
Some
guys.
guy.
They had guys at the doors with wands that looked like they detected metal. But I was hanging out with Patrick Logan, and he walks in and up to the metal detector guy in front of me, and he puts his arms up, and I can see he has a knife in his back pocket. Like I can see it. I'm looking at the knife, and I watch that wand go right over it, and nothing, and he goes around. Come on in.
Probably not even on.
Probably
No,
not.
The
definitely.
guy doesn't even know.
Didn't
He had to
notice
turn
at
it
all.
on.
Yeah, and then I walked in after him, and I was like, dude,
You're like, I don't feel safe.
that was crazy.
It's like when you're at a bar and you walk into the bathroom and you realize they don't have hand soap. You're like, these
Whoa.
nasty motherfuckers in here, dude.
Oh,
I'm not shaking hands with anybody.
Yeah.
Potato. No way.
Yeah.
that's like going into a punk show bathroom. End of sentence.
Oh, yeah.
There's never any soap.
God,
I-
there's always somebody pooping at a show.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
always one person just shitting their brains out
And they're
at a
not
show.
having a good time because you're not if you decide to shit at the masquerade.
Oh
like, that's-
my God.
I've been
Oh
there.
my God, that just sent chills down my spine.
Bro, I know, I'm going to say undisclosed friend of the show. I'll tell you who later. Last night at Star Bar was like,
Oh.
I got to go. Like, this has to. And then he held out as long as he could. And then he was like, I got it.
No, you have to take care of that because if you hold out, now it's just going to be an emergency.
Yeah.
At Star Bar.
I think it
at
was.
Star
I
Bar?
think. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, you're in the Coke room doing shitting, man.
Star
That's
Bar's
rough.
tough.
Dude.
That's no door on the stall, right?
No. Not
No,
at
they
Star
have
Bar.
one. They have one.
No, do they now?
Yeah.
Because they didn't for a while.
That seems like that vibe.
Because I think I tore it off, actually.
Dude, I know
I
people.
fell into it pretty hard.
Dude, I shit in this place in Minneapolis called Terminal Bar one time where there was this
That sounds
horrible
like a
open
problem.
mic. Dude, it was one of the grossest bathrooms I've ever been in, probably. Yeah. And I was like, I had an emergency.
Okay,
night.
so 1 to Train Spotting. What are we talking about?
Ooh, like an 8.
Oh my God.
Like I was hovering over a toilet seat that is covered in stickers.
Oh, no.
It was
From
Holding
all
your
those
balls.
bands.
That's the worst when you're hovering too, because you're like, I'm gonna piss all over.
Yeah, but that's not gonna. Nobody's gonna notice that. Not in here.
I just don't want to piss all over my pants.
Yeah,
because then I
that's
gotta
the
go back out to the
worst.
party with piss pants.
Look like old Johnny Pee-Pee pants.
But in that bar, nobody's gonna notice.
I had to shit one time in Charleston in a tiny place, and I was like, I'm about to go on stage. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a small place. I'm like, everybody's gonna know I blew the bathroom up and then watch me walk on stage.
Nah, you gotta kill first. You gotta kill, then you can blow. Honestly, killing, and then at the end of your set, being like, "Now I gotta take a shit," and then going.
At the
man.
time too, I was doing too many act outs, so I was like, bro, this is a situation.
Dude,
Imagine just like a
Oh, man.
full-fledged shit. And then it was just like, while I was shitting, I was like, I gotta have a good set. I cannot be the guy who bombs in
No.
here.
You can't walk out of the bathroom with toilet paper on your shoe directly onto stage.
if you do it though, you got to address it.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be your next 5 minutes.
No, I didn't talk about it at all. I scampered for that
man.
bathroom in such a hurry. I didn't have a crossing with anybody, and it was like one of those unisex bathrooms where you're like,
Oh,
my
God, so
this
everyone's
could be
going
so-
in there.
Yeah.
There's 3 people waiting to do coke, and I'm just sneaking out
man.
like, I am so sorry.
I used to go to that Two Birds, and that I literally would be getting in line for the bathroom, like cocaine or pee, cocaine or pee. And I'm like, because I gotta pee.
Yeah.
You
That
can wait a minute.
sucks. When you're at a house party, you're like, Jesus Christ, never gonna get in this bathroom. Everybody, missing the other party. We got another party going on. We used to go to this venue, and it was called the Music Farm, and they cut the stall doors in half because I guess so many people were going in there and doing drugs. So they were like, "Fuck that." Well, then before one of the shows, I walk in there and my buddy's just in there, dude. He's like, I've made eye contact with at least 100 people. Just in there he's like on mushrooms, having a terrible mushroom shit before a show. And he said just like every 2 seconds somebody would walk in the bathroom.
Oh no. What
He
a
was just
nightmare.
like, dude, I'm in hell.
What a nightmare.
Dude.
I like when he was telling me, I was crying laughing. I was like, dude, I'll stand in front of you. I'll smell your
man.
shit, bro.
That's
I'll
horrible.
stand in front of you.
That's a real friendship.
I
That's
had-
like sucking the poison out of a rattlesnake bite.
I was like, dude, that's a nightmare situation. Like, you shouldn't have to go through that alone. That's crazy.
No.
Dude, I used to get sick. I one time played a show with the flu
No.
because I had this whole the show must go on, and I played a show with the flu, and I threw up and shit like right before going on stage, and it was like a little tiny venue with one bathroom.
Oh no.
So I literally walked out, and they're like, "Dude, you got to be on stage right now." I'm like, "Okay."
Dude.
I ended up throwing up on stage and just
Yeah.
go, I gotta go.
They probably got every person sick there.
That is,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, tonight on Fox 5 News,
Yeah.
Red Light Cafe, devastated with the flu.
No, it was one of our
They're
shows.
calling
so
it
like,
a super spreader event.
it was one of our shows. 3 people got the sniffles.
They're calling it a tragedy.
Thankfully, it was at a punk show, so their immune systems are pretty strong.
Yeah.
Pretty well tested.
Oh man, yeah.
One of those DIY venues too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Did you bring a story? Let's get
Oh, I
into it.
did.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
Let's get into it.
So I was thinking about stories I wanted to tell, and I started thinking about y'all
Yeah.
and the Spooky Friday, the Freaky Fridays.
Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I was
We
going to
should
bring
start
in.
calling it Spooky Friday.
No, that doesn't. That's not alliteration or anything.
Yeah, but alliteration is for
We
losers.
call it Spooky Friday because fuck your alliteration.
Well, and let me.
Yeah, but I don't like Jamie Lee Curtis.
I was about to
so-
say if I'm pulling behind the fourth wall, it only comes up Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Obviously.
Terrible.
How
fucking-
did you not know that when you...
I don't know, man. I don't think about Jamie Lee Curtis's fucking movie catalog every time I'm naming something.
But
Maybe you should.
when
And
you,
then I got
when you
stubborn.
hear Freaky Friday, that's the first thing my brain jumps to because I had two sisters.
Yeah.
And they swapped brains?
Yeah, correct.
That's awesome. I got two sisters.
It was a weird...
They did a whole body swap thing, but they're about the same age, so it wasn't a big deal.
It kind of didn't
two
matter.
sisters that have PTSD. They swapped, dude. I don't want to talk about it.
It was a nightmare. No, so, y'all have talked about cults,
Yes.
right? So I worked for a cult.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah,
Anything we would have heard of?
Supreme Master Ching Hai.
No, but I like it already.
Okay, well, she's Buddha and Jesus.
Nice.
That's lofty. I like that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Also, it's
Well-
crazy. It's not the first time I've heard that from a cult.
She's like,
There's a few of
Jesus
them-
is cool.
Yeah.
Add Buddha, that's me.
At Buddha and his sweet rack because she had a major boob job.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she encouraged it for all members.
I like that.
I didn't.
Are they still hiring?
Yeah, they are. They are.
This lady rules so far.
Well, anyway, so long story short, well, short story long, really. For the sake of podcasting,
You had me at tits. Continue.
oh man,
Hold on, I need to get eyes on this this lady.
yeah. Well, she's got her own TV channel,
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Supreme Master Television.
You're like, it actually is broadcasted out of Berlin. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's
it's
like, you still work for this lady.
yeah,
Oh, it came up pretty quick.
yeah. She's a
Okay.
big deal.
Nice, dude. I like that.
Not showing off the titties on this.
Yeah, she.
Is this the lady?
Oh yeah, that's her.
Yeah, she's not really showing them off. I feel a little misled about this.
Well, no, dude, they're rocking.
Put tits after.
Supreme Master Cult titties.
That's how you get the real results, bro.
I kind of want to do it.
But I put T. I guarantee you it autofills.
No, it's all TV.
Oh.
Taiwan.
Yeah,
is
that's
all
where she's
TV.
based out of, dude.
Okay.
So there was this restaurant that was hiring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been a vegetarian now for 24 years, and it was a vegetarian restaurant. I was like, dude, they're hiring for a cook. I've been wanting to learn how to cook. Boom,
Yeah.
Nice.
So I get the job suspiciously fast,
Okay.
which should have been red flag one, because
Like
I
cult
come in
fast.
and I'm like, yo, I want to apply to be the cook. He goes, that's great. We need a cook. I was like, okay. He goes, when can you start? And I'm like, I guess tomorrow. He goes, okay. What are you doing now? I'm like, I will be back tomorrow.
Yeah. If they want you to start when you show up for the interview.
Yeah, no, I didn't have an interview. I was asking for an application. This is
Whoa.
Dude. He's
guy
like, you're
looked-
hired, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like, are you hiring? When can you start?
That's
What are you doing now?
doing? What do you got going on this afternoon?
well, dude, so I come back the next day and I'm like ready. I'm like, this is gonna be cool.
You got your knives
know.
in their little roll-up thing or whatever?
No, I didn't know anything about cooking. I lied.
Oh, nice.
I was like, yeah, I know how to cook.
So you just gave a bunch of cult members food poisoning?
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. So I start and So I come in, they introduce me to this cook who's going to train me. And this dude is cool as fuck.
Well, I thought you were going to say huge tits.
This guy's got the weirdest boob job. No, he's cool as fuck.
I've never cooked with anybody in a halter top. This is crazy.
This guy was he was a Chinese guy, right? And he taught me the only thing I ever learned about cooking professionally, which was tiger paw, not dragon claw.
Nice.
So, because I was cutting.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, tiger paw. And I'm like, oh, okay, tiger paw, I got you. So we're there for about an hour, and then Liam, the owner, walks in, and he goes, hey. The guy goes, what? He goes, fuck Buddha. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? They proceed to get in a fist fight.
Whoa.
This was red flag number 2. I was like, what do you mean, fuck boo? What the fuck is this about?
Yeah.
In the kitchen, they're fighting.
No, in the lobby, they're fighting.
Okay, in the lobby. Nice.
Yeah. So this is one of those counter serve.
Yeah.
They came
Okay.
behind the counter. They came out from behind the counter.
Okay, cool.
So they're fist fighting, and they got that little fucking cat with the paw.
Yeah, the lucky cat.
There is the tiniest fountain that Amazon sells.
There's some poor imprisoned fish.
No, man, they had all the decorations were designed by the Supreme Master.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's
it
a
was
real
just
North Korea.
tits
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, so there's these paper lanterns. They're ugly as homemade sin, right?
Okay.
And they're hanging everywhere.
Okay.
And they're like $50 a pop. You got to buy them directly from the cult, because this is also a money laundering thing,
Okay.
right?
So
and
they're selling arts and crafts in there.
yeah, they're selling arts and crafts, and to Liam, and Liam hangs them up, and he resells them, but they don't sell, right?
Okay.
And then he's got TVs playing some pre-master TV, which talks about breatharianism,
breatharianism.
which is the idea that you can subsist on just breathing.
Oh.
And they were talking about it.
Why would you open a restaurant?
I don't think it was really thought through.
That's crazy.
Like, it's best not to eat. And I'm like, we have no customers.
That's why nobody's fucking in here, man.
It was the easiest chef job I've ever had.
It was the hardest chef job I've ever had because
Really?
Liam didn't know anything about running a restaurant.
Okay.
So one of my daily tasks was to sort the lettuce that I could not convince him to put in the cooler.
Oh, he was like, lettuce belongs in the air.
Yeah.
Lettuce also needs to breathe, brother.
He's like, no. Lettuce just turns brown every day.
That was my job, was to pick the brown parts out.
Yeah.
So I'd spend the first hour of the day. I'd spend the first hour of the day picking lettuce apart, like separating good from bad, and just straight poisoning the 3 people who came in. And then I would make spring rolls for about an hour, and then Liam would eat spring rolls for about a half hour.
Okay. Good.
And then we'd go
So
home.
you'd
It
make
was a
Liam
weird
breakfast.
job, man.
That's awesome.
I like that there's literal fucking propaganda on the TVs and you just are oblivious. Dude.
I knew something was up because there was a lot of propaganda.
I remember when you worked at this place.
Yeah. Well, Liam was about 5'2", and he got into a turf war with another vegetarian restaurant who apparently are very territorial.
Really? The vegetarians are a territorial people?
Well, yeah. They're herd animals, I guess. So, bulls. They're territorial, man. But no, I guess we pissed off. We moved into turf that was like, because vegetarian restaurants serve a clientele.
Yeah,
If you
there's
take
only
some of
so
the
many-
vegetarians.
There's
Yeah.
only so many vegetarians.
The
in an
slutty
area.
vegan already had that corner.
Oh, gosh. I've never eaten there still. I can't get in. But she's killing it. But no, so I guess these guys, Liam comes to me and I'm chopping broccoli, which is another half hour of my day every day, even though we didn't sell very much,
Yeah.
He just let it go brown and then I throw it away.
This guy's awesome.
We're letting the air eat the broccoli so that we can breathe in the nutrients.
It was like that. And my man goes, Blake. I'm like, what? He goes, go outside to the walk-in and guard it. And I'm like, what
Guard
the fuck
it?
are you talking about?
There's
so
nothing in here. You leave the vegetables outside.
So I put the knife down. He goes, no, take that.
You're gonna need that.
So I'm like, what the fuck?
I thought we were vegetarians.
There's some Buddha hating ninjas outside, dude. You're gonna need that. Your life depends on it. That's crazy.
I get outside and there's these 3 guys from the local like vegetarian hotspot, and they've got a pair of bolt cutters.
And they're dressed like Foot Clan soldiers.
Pretty much. I mean, they were there and they were trying to break into the walk-in, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And they're like, oh shit, he's got a knife.
Yeah.
So they get back in their van. And I'm like,
It's like branded. It's the branded company van.
It just says Cisco on the side. They're trying to steal their shit back.
This is actually a repo job.
National Linen Services
That
here.
fucking guy hasn't paid his bill once, dude.
They're actually repoing broccoli.
They're like,
Yeah.
do you know who you're
That's
fighting
why.
for?
That's why it doesn't go in the cool. The cool-in is the red herring. Or the cooler is the red herring. That's why it doesn't go in there.
He's like, if I put the lettuce in there, I'll lose it, dude.
If it's brown, they won't take it back.
So
I can't take it if I let it spoil.
My man had me out there all day.
That's nuts, dude.
And these guys would circle the
You're
building
running-
every couple hours. And I'm like, I'm still here, guys. And they'd be like, God damn it.
Dude, you just got paid minimum wage to guard a cooler with a knife.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I was the close sign. Like, if Liam couldn't make it in,
Man, this is really
He would-
explaining Anthony Bourdain as a person to me.
right? Restaurants are brutal.
What do you mean? You were the close sign.
Well, like, one time he
They
couldn't
made
get
him
there.
stand
And I
out
was
with
like,
a sign that said closed all
You
night.
just got your tits out and they say close.
See, this is why we
pretty
recommend
magical.
implants.
no, you know, he would.
You're
he
like,
would-
guys, I know I need to drop a little weight, but this is degrading as fuck.
He's like, just shake it.
He's just in a fucking lawn chair. He's like, yeah, shake it, fatty. Do it for me, baby.
He's got a hose.
Tell me you love Buddha.
Oh, man. He,
Sit under my tree.
that guy, he would sit me out there and he's like, tell people we're closed, but we'll be open in an hour. I'm like, I could write that on a piece of paper and hang it on the wall,
Oh,
dude.
that's crazy.
So you just stood out there and told people it was closed?
No one showed up.
I mean, yeah.
It's 11 a.m. and we have a very bad track record.
Yeah.
What's the health rating in that place?
It was a solid 76.
Nice. Okay.
And it was a very terrible location.
I've eaten it worse.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of hidden.
Yeah, it was kind of hidden, and it had a drive-through that he made me man while I was cooking.
There was a drive-through.
Yeah, well, it was part of the building already because it'd been a dry cleaner.
Okay.
Dude, the best was, so when Blake was like in high school, about to graduate, they used to go to this Dunkin' Donuts all the time.
God.
And there was the same guy at Dunkin' Donuts all the time. And Blake and them would be out there. They're all in their little punk jackets. They got mohawks. And this dude would be out there ripping cigs and drinking and hanging out with everybody. And it would be a little Indian dude. And then somebody would go to the drive-thru and he'd be like, fucking headset on. And he'd be like, hello? And they'd be like, man, let me get it. And he'd be like, what? And they would be screaming into the thing, and he's standing 2 feet away from him.
You know, he used to get us to go get him beer.
Yeah, he would be just wasted.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
We would pull
He would-
through the drive-through, and he'd go, here, take my ID and like $40. We go get him a case of beer or whatever.
Dude, that guy ruled.
Yeah,
and he would
he's
just
sick.
fuck with people and act like he couldn't hear them until they would drive away. And he'd just be standing out in the parking lot smoking cigarettes.
He said the best thing I ever
It is
seen
cool
someone
how
say.
Dunkin' Donuts always has that guy.
It was awesome, dude.
I think it's part of their Boston business culture.
when I was 16, I was like, this guy rules. Like, I could not comprehend just not giving a fuck that much at work.
He
I got older. I got beaten down. Capitalism got me in the end.
he had a guy come in. He was screaming at him, right? Because he did the drive-through thing, and he was screaming. He's like, "I saw you out there." He's like, he looks at him. He goes, "And?" The guy's like, "I want to see your manager," and he goes, "No," and he just walks away.
Yeah, because he was it.
He's the franchise owner.
Yeah.
Bro, he
Something
would
like
lay
that.
down in the back, and people would be like standing at the thing, and then he would just like get up. People would look like, "Whoa, dude, have you been laying there the whole time?" Like, bro, I've been here for 15 minutes. It's fucking crazy.
He would be like, "Nap time," and you're
just
like,
not
"All right."
give a fuck. His eyes were always like bloody red. They looked like they were literally bleeding. You're like, holy shit, man. This guy's
What?
cool as fuck. I was like 15. I was like, this guy rules. He was always my hookup with the colada.
Oh yeah,
The what?
oh the
Little,
colada.
like, fruit colada things.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
it was Dunkin' Donuts
It's like a
smoothies.
smoothie. Probably cancer, if we're being real.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
no
it's like-
fruit in it
It was like a Jamba Juice type thing. Yeah.
except without
We
the
used to
juice.
take him to the
It was
movie
just
theater.
a cold, sweet thing.
Bro, we used to go to the movie theater and not go see a movie and just get high behind the movie theater and just to use whatever money we had left to get like one Dunkin' Donut and pass it around.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, the culotta was going around with a bowl.
don't bogart that, man.
And that'll cool you down after you rip some mids out of a coffee or a Coke can. You're just coughing your head off. Here's a $5 cancer
yeah.
a
That's
cancer smoothie.
It was like back before they invented safety.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they would put whatever. I mean, I drank Surge.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
back at the place. You're working the drive-thru.
Oh,
You
yeah,
had to,
yeah.
You had to guard the walk-in. Was that it?
Oh yeah, I had to guard the walk-in. I finally quit.
Yeah.
You know, because the dude slapped me in the face.
He slapped you.
Yeah, I cut my hand, right? And he goes, "God damn it!" And he slapped me in the face. I was like, "What the fuck? I'm done."
He slapped you. He's like, it's not vegan anymore.
Basically,
We got to throw out this whole cutting board.
I don't know. Blood, sweat, and tears, man.
Cutting yourself sucks so bad.
Yeah, it really does.
Dude, I grated my finger a little bit the other day. That's always a fun one.
That's why I'm
Remind
afraid
you
of
to
the
be
mandolin.
careful about those. Mandolin? I threw mine away.
Yeah,
The first time I like really got myself with a mandolin, I was like, I just don't need. I'll just use a knife.
yep.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I'll
The
take a little
worst
bit longer.
cut I've ever seen was a guy got cut on a can, like one of those big
Oh.
sauce cans. And I'm
Ooh.
talking about, dude, it got him just like a shark bite. I mean, it was so much blood so fast.
Ugh.
You know it's bad when you see servers running. You're like, what is happening? And he was a drunkard. It happened at Two Birds. He was such a drunk, and he was just standing
Oh, I
back
bet he
there
was just bleeding
oh
like
my God.
crazy.
He didn't know what to do. Everybody was like, yo, get out of here. He was just like, just bleeding everywhere. You're like, bro, go outside. Go to the bathroom. Get the fuck out of the kitchen. You are.
The worst injuries I've ever seen are always in the kitchen. And I've worked construction and concrete and all that shit. And it's always a kitchen.
Well, and it's like, you're not really. I mean, yeah, because you're working with stuff that. I mean, a fryer is probably one of the most dangerous things you could be around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I still consider dunking your head in the fryer probably one of the worst ways to die.
Yeah, the guy at Olive Garden,
Yeah. Did you
Oh,
hear
yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
he killed himself.
It's got to
by
be the
dunking
worst.
his
Yeah, he
head.
The
gave
worst
himself
way.
the old Toxic Avenger.
Melt man with the power to melt.
Because I imagine what would get you would be the oil that makes it into your orifices and starts burning up everything inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he died in the hospital too, so he lived long enough to go to the hospital.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he was suffering.
Just kick me in the head.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold me down for another 5 seconds and it'll be over.
Yeah. Like, oh.
Yeah,
That's got to be the
And
worst way
dude,
to go.
it's probably also one of the worst tasting ways to go.
Depends on the establishment, I guess.
yeah.
Olive Garden. Nah,
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
Olive
that's pretty
Garden's,
bad.
Olive Garden's
probably
a
just
bad
tasted
one.
like burnt mozzarella sticks.
Oh man.
Shout out to the Olive Garden.
Yeah,
Plug.
man. That's crazy. Here, your family.
When you're here. Your family.
I wonder, I know we were talking about what did he say, but I wonder if he hit him with the Bud Dwyer. He's like, guys, if this is gonna bother you, you should leave the kitchen. What the fuck is this Eeyore motherfucker talking about? This blue show. Yeah, that's not a great way to go.
No, there's not too many good ways to go, but there are definitely worse ones.
It's a bit on the show we talk about every once in a while. Is what's the worst way? And I don't know that and middle of the ocean.
Oh,
yeah, we're talking about because it's the real debate.
In a boat or out?
Out of a boat.
Oh, that's the worst.
The psychological torture of that's all encompassing.
SS Indianapolis.
I think
USS Indianapolis.
I think my strategy would be to swim down and hope that I can make it far enough that I can't make it back.
Yeah, that seems worse. Like, I don't know, nothing about
at
that's
least
good.
It's, at least it's not like 12 hours to days of just floating.
Yeah,
hoping something gets you.
Yeah, hoping it. I mean,
best case scenario,
and something gets you. Like a shark. I'm trying to make sure the shark catches the head on the first bite. You know,
right?
Because otherwise, it's just gonna bite your arm, and then you got to wait for a minute and a half while it circles back.
Yeah,
nips another part.
I don't want to suffer through the rest of it.
No.
If I get attacked by a shark, I want to.
Yeah.
Although
it's
you
the
never
same
pay
thing
for
with
beer
fight.
The rest of your life.
That's true.
True.
Like, yeah, you got a scar. Great white.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just lie to people.
It definitely sucks. Like a great white rules, but it's like if you get nipped, you know what I mean? That would suck because that's not even a cool scar, and it's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah.
A little bull shark nips your calf. It's gonna ruin your day.
Oh, did you see that video of the guy who's the bull shark took his calf off?
No.
Okay, they were filming.
Oh, I
Wait,
did see that.
is it the guy on the beach?
It's a Shark Week.
It was a Shark Week thing, and they were filming underneath the water, right?
Yeah.
And the guy is there talking about how docile sharks really are, and then one just eats him. just yelp.
Ah.
And he comes back for a second bite and just tears the calf off.
Yeah.
That is the funniest shark, though. that shark really understands comedic timing.
I've definitely seen worse timing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to watch this documentary. This lady made a documentary on John Lilly.
Oh,
It
no.
looks pretty awesome, dude. Looks really interesting.
I'm not familiar.
John Lilly, the guy
John Lilly.
he made deprivation chambers. He was
Oh.
also
That's the nicest version of what he did.
well, all right. Well, he also was doing a lot of ketamine and doing a lot of LSD, but he thought
he was studying dolphins.
he wanted to speak
he
to
was-
dolphins and
yeah.
understand
Oh,
their communication
man.
because he was like, these are highly intelligent animals.
Yeah. And then one of his helper ladies started
Yeah,
jerking
that's
off
the
dolphins.
that's where I
Yeah.
know the story. That's
Peter-
where I come
Peter,
in.
Yeah. You're like, I come in right around Peter.
Yeah, right around when they're living in the apartment together. Because, they moved in together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
made
they
an honest
a
woman out
documentary
of her.
'cause, all right, listen, when you have a body of work that immense, he wasn't. I just can't.
Someone's
get over
going to fuck a dolphin? Like,
when you're that close in proximity, they're smart animals, Blake.
I mean, I'm not talking about
Peter
consent.
did what he wants. It's like, actually, she was the victim. Are we victim blaming now? Peter was.
When you really think about it, is that kind of like the biology equivalent about how chemists always used to taste stuff?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're really not supposed to lick
Yeah.
thing in the sciences, but definitely not in biology.
no, biology, that's, because that's like a thing in like old chemistry you always hear about. Is like they figured something out because a guy was just like, I don't know what this does. And then eventually just licked it to see what would happen. Like, that's happened so much.
Yeah, that's how drugs
that's
and
so much-
seafood were invented.
But that's like such a chemists do that. I'm saying, do you think that biologists, they're like, I've studied this animal, I know everything it does, but there's one more question.
And how long did it
how's that
take
booty?
Jane Goodall to get there?
Oh, Jane Goodall, I feel like, was on board early. Because, like, you don't commit your life in that way unless...
She got cracked open by a
Oh,
monkey,
yeah.
dude. Fucking
Yeah,
Jane Goodall.
Her descendants are apparently very litigious. Before we get too far into it, I don't know if that's true, but wouldn't that be hilarious if they like found this podcast?
Yeah, you're sitting in court. They're like, "Did you say that a chimpanzee cracked her cheeks open?"
I did not. Let's go to the tape.
You're like, "Oh man, AI is getting out of control."
And it's
That's
video,
where
so you can
where
like
the real
sync
freak
the
offs
lips
were
up.
happening.
Oh my god, dude! You cannot tell me that lady didn't at least touch it.
Dude, living in the jungle with him.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I mean, eventually.
Like, god damn, look at those arms. I mean, how long? I mean, you're out there for a long time. That's
Dude.
a very logical jump.
That's crazy that someone just
How
was
dangerous? It
Yeah.
would be. I mean,
Yeah.
danger makes sex so hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
What's
still
more
talking about that. That was
dangerous
I mean, that guy who got eaten by bears eventually, but was living with bears for years.
because he took the lady.
What?
I didn't realize he took a lady, and that's the whole reason he died.
because
Oh,
it got
really?
jealous.
Because he just brought another person with him. It was like, "Yo, these are the
Damn.
bears," and they're like, "Who the fuck is this?" And got eaten, and I'm sure he had.
This one, are you cheating on us?
With
Because
a
that
human?
guy, by the way, I think that guy was Jade Goodalling a little bit, and
You're like-
maybe we shouldn't use that term, but
the lawsuit's
guy-
just getting bigger. Did you use her name as a verb for
Yeah.
bestiality?
yeah, I did. I sure did. I sure did.
You're like, bro, don't be mad at me because your fucking mama was a monkey.
You got to bring the courts into your mother's freak.
Oh, bro. You're like, now we're just gonna really drag her name to the mud.
Yeah, like,
Right.
in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm gonna go Afro Man with this.
Which, by the way, I'm glad you brought that up because we never talked about it. Man, that's what a patriot looks like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All these fucking losers with their yellow flag with the snake on it. No, a real patriot is Afro Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. American
dude.
treasure, Afro. Dude, the day that he won the case, I had set, it was the Atlanta Utility Works, which they were like unlimited time. There was nobody in there. It was just comics. So I literally just talked about Afro Man for like
was awesome.
6 minutes.
I'm glad he won that case.
Oh, I am too
Bro,
because
they
there
were
was
stealing money out of
Yeah,
his fucking
yeah.
clothes and shit.
yeah.
That's insane.
Eyeballing
Dude.
that lemon pound cake.
But do you understand the balls that you have to make a Lick 'em Low Lisa song, bro?
that is, yeah.
And then watch her cry and just stone face her.
Dude, free speech at its finest.
It really is.
That's what Thomas Jefferson dreamed of.
That is
That's
I guarantee you he did not. I guarantee you
nah. he
any
was
part of
picturing
that
it.
he would be like demons.
That's what
Yeah,
we fought
yeah.
for, bro. That's it right there. Afro Man in that fucking USA flag suit. That's what we fought
Yeah,
for.
dude.
That's America. That's more American than anything else happening in this country
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. Holding the police accountable and being hilarious while doing it.
The
Hell
best.
yeah.
The best. Just a pure chef kiss. I was like, man, this guy's been killing it my whole life.
It's just hilarious from start to finish. A funny motherfucker.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah. Asking him if they were gonna fix his door.
Dude.
And then the verse where he's like, "You traumatized my kids."
Which is funny how much of a thrown in thing that was.
I mean, bro, when you watch the videos, though, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
and he knew he was gonna get paid off the YouTube videos.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like
Oh,
you're getting all that money back plus some, and he's gonna tour all year.
Yeah.
He's gonna sell out at every
Oh,
fraternity.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was huge in college towns, like Auburn
yeah.
and fucking Alabama.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would do fraternities all the time.
I was prime Afro Man era
Yeah, I
in
was,
college.
too.
I
Early
heard.
2000s.
Because I got high, it hit me hard, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found out about that later. Actually, you know when I first heard that song for the first time in its entirety was being signed up against my will for karaoke the day I got out of the Army when I got high for the first time.
Damn.
Which is, since then, I've been like, non-consensual karaoke is a dick move.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say. I think that's why you hate karaoke, dude.
It might be.
That's a terrible karaoke situation.
Yeah.
That's like telling somebody it's their birthday.
The first time I heard the song in its entirety was on a stage with a microphone.
That sucks.
High for the first time.
I'm sorry somebody did that to you.
Yeah.
I
That's a
tried.
nightmare
Guess
situation.
who? Comedians did that to me.
It's a nightmare
course.
situation. No, we used to play when I was in the hip hop group. We used to play "I Drive Better Drunk" at the end of shows. Which, looking back now, not a great choice. I think
Yeah.
we might have been.
You
know.
could get in trouble for that if
I
the wrong
remember
person
a sound
heard it.
guy going, "Is that really the message you want to send when people are leaving?" I was like,
Yeah.
"What a fucking loser!"
Yeah,
No.
man, it's cool.
That guy's just an adult.
Yeah,
Like
the guy
a
was just
functioning adult.
That guy
And
was
he's
just-
like,
yeah.
He was like, "Hey, man."
like that kills people.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
That sucks. I was just 20, drinking
Yeah.
illegally at his fucking bar. Like, hey, fuck you, dude. We do what we want. He's like, yeah, I got you. You
Yeah,
smoked
cool.
weed in the bathroom. Awesome. Yet again.
Well, never see you booked here again. Bye.
That's the thing. That back then, Atlanta booking, they were just like, I guess this guy's a jerk, but he brings people in.
We were like one of the first people that they really sold food to because our
Yeah.
crowd got so high that
Yeah.
everybody would
Whoa.
eat. Oh yeah, like they were like, yo, what? Like after the first show, the guy was like, we've never sold that much food. He's like, we're out of everything. That's crazy. People
That's
were just
crazy.
like, I'll get whatever you have. He's like, I got a box of chips. They're like, I'll take it.
Like, all I could sell you is my dinner in the break room fridge.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll give you $20. What are we having?
Yeah, everybody's like, dude, whatever. Yeah, that was.
It's going to be microwaved fried fish and rice.
Yeah, you're like, my wife is not on it right now.
Things have been said at home. We're dealing.
Sell you a hungry man meal for
Bro.
$8.
Working at a warehouse and having a shitty lunch sucked so
Oh,
bad.
dude.
There was no reprieve in your day when you knew that you were going in there to sit in like the fluorescent lighting and have a shit lunch.
Oh,
You're like, I
God.
basically have an adult Lunchable. Like, this is so bad.
That's like being a blue collar and being on a diet.
Oh yeah, and the
Oh,
Mexican
my
guys
God.
were feasting. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
fiesta time.
Yeah.
it was fiesta time. They had a fucking. It was crazy.
And I'm sitting there with like my third apple of the
Hanging
day,
up a
just
pinata.
like
I mean, dude, it was crazy. It looked so great. Like they would, because it was like 4 or 5, and they would bust out. I mean, they had a little hot pan.
yeah.
Yeah, like a little.
Because
flat
they're like,
top
hey,
that
I'm
they
gonna
were
be
doing-
here all day. I might as well eat.
Yeah, but it's like, and I was always like, I really wish that I would get invited. So I was like, I would just stand like a dog staring into the kitchen. I would just sit like 3 feet away from him, like
Yeah.
never got invited.
Yeah, you wanna have a good time. Try explaining to a room full of blue collar dudes how you don't eat meat.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're
That's
like,
a
oh,
one-way
cool.
ticket to fag.
You're like, cool. Can you still suck dick? You're like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that's open season. It's like, hey guys, Jesus.
I bet there's one kind of meat you be eating.
Yeah, you're like all day. You're like, listen, I don't speak Spanish, but I don't appreciate what he's been saying.
I don't like the gestures over there. I know that's not a submarine
Holy
sandwich.
fuck, dude, that was just like nothing. Got you just boomers can't handle that. It makes their head explode.
Oh, yeah.
I watch it every Thanksgiving. People just load up. They've been thinking about it the whole car ride. They're like, "Oh, you can't eat turkey. They're like, you fucking
Like,
pussy."
I didn't like turkey when I ate meat.
And turkey is the worst.
Yeah,
It's my least favorite meat.
it's the worst meat out there.
I mean,
Right up there with shellfish, I think.
You know
nah,
what though?
shellfish is awesome.
You know what? Really, I haven't done.
You gotta get
yet?
it right.
My father-in-law has a
It is
gluten
bugs.
intolerance,
Oh,
what?
no.
and he's real serious about it. Gluten intolerance. And
Oh.
I'm talking about
I mean, if he
he
has it
changes
for
the
real.
whole dinner for every like. It's a big deal, right? And dude, when I was there, all I wanted to do is just be like, pussy. Like,
What, your kryptonite is a fucking slice of bread?
and it was like the longer I sat around at dinner, I was like, oh, this is like a real, like that would have not gone over.
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it would have been a bomb.
Or are you enjoying your cauliflower crust pizza?
Yeah, the longer I sat at dinner, the more I was like, dude.
Yeah,
If
you're
I
like
would've pulled
Not
that-
enjoying it.
It's a good thing I didn't open fire on this one.
Yeah, that would have been a problem. It would have been a maybe have to walk to the car type.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
That's
that's
when I first met him. I was like, maybe I'll just crack the ice, break the ice. It would have been rough.
I tried to do that at a gay wedding in Portland, like break the ice.
Oh,
and not
no.
go over well.
No.
That's not.
How
Dude,
did you break the
you're
ice?
you're in their territory. You got to be careful.
I was like, because I'm cool with everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like trying to make a lighthearted thing. They're like going around and saying their pronouns. I go, my pronouns are bro and bruh. And they're like,
Ooh.
Oh.
no, for real. And I'm like, oh, he, him. All right. Like, cool.
Ooh.
Y'all are for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do that, you have to go real wild, like yeehaw. Like you
Yeah.
gotta go real. You can't hit them with something kind of
Yeah,
Now
no,
they're
it
like,
was
oh,
not.
wait, now you're making fun of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely that vibe. I was like, I'm laughing with you. And they're like, we're not laughing.
Oh,
Oh no. God, so they're the insufferable type.
No.
Portland.
That's the thing.
Really?
They weren't.
They're like
They were
they're
just
like
that
chill
just
in
landed
every
like-
other way, but that one thing
That
they were
one
like,
thing
oh.
landed like a lead balloon. So I was like, oh, wow, I'm the jerk.
like, I'll go stand outside. My fault.
Yeah.
Try again.
I would maybe just leave the wedding, to be honest.
I was in it.
You were in it, that would be way funnier. You just drop
This
a
was-
joke that
You're like, I
bonds.
was officiating.
I was a groomsman.
They offended me so much, they're not even getting married anymore.
Do you? What is it? She, her?
My pronouns are bro, bruh. And they're like, huh. That's
Do
cool.
you take whatever? They're like, whoa, dude. Yeah, bombing at a wedding sucks. Yeah, I've seen so many people bomb.
Oh, dude.
I've seen groomsmen have to get the microphone taken away.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're telling an inappropriate story, or
Oh.
they start, dude. A lot of groomsmen will go up there and just pussy brag.
That's
Ew, weird.
crazy.
Yeah, you're like, that's
an odd
wild
venue.
move. Then I'm not saying whose I saw it at, but I've been at a wedding where I'm pretty sure the best man was about to come out and profess his love for the groomsmen. Where like at every turn of the speech,
no.
you're just like, is he about to say it, dude? Holy shit!
Hey
Dude,
man, they
I
already
would pay
signed
good
the paper,
money to watch
dickhead.
that live.
I mean, dude, it was like a roller coaster. You're just like, oh my god, my stomach sank every time he hit. I was like, he's gonna turn this whole wedding
He
upside
was,
down.
dude, he was ramping up. That ruins a reception.
or does it make it? Does everyone just start
That depends.
slow
if,
clapping?
If the groom tears his suit off and goes, "I've been waiting for you to say something," then it's a party.
Yeah,
and then the wife's just like,
Get
you know
outta here,
what? I
bitch."
can't.
yeah.
She's just like, I can't interfere with these crazy kids. She's in it.
Who am I to stand in the way of true love? Everybody's like, yeah. Yeah, it was
Just a Disney movie ending.
bridesmaids. There's always a bridesmaid that'll give a speech where she doesn't like the groom.
Oh,
And it
yeah, I
comes
love
out very
those.
clearly. Where she's like, Brad, well, we've had our differences, haven't we? And you're like, dude,
Did y'all have sex?
we had a lady the other day that was a fucking bitch.
Oh.
And she was like kind of like Bridezilla. And then everybody that gave speeches were just speeches about how awful this lady was.
Whoa.
Literally, one of the dudes did a speech because they did an open mic. And the guy's like, you remember that time, Sam, that we went to Universal and, so-and-so went and she didn't like roller coasters, but I got her on one, and then she got so pissed, and she wouldn't ride one for the rest of the day. He's like, and then you didn't ride one with her all day?
Oh,
He's like,
man.
that's when I knew she was the one. And we're like, that sounds like she
Whoa.
just ruined their whole Universal trip.
So
like-
she's just a really, really rich lady, is what it,
It
sounds
was
like.
insane, bro. I was like,
Dude.
every story was just,
And that'll
at the
ruin.
end of it, you're like, oh, she ruined that trip. Like, that's a passive-aggressive way to be like, yeah, you ruined Universal. I hate you.
Yeah, but she had nice tits and ruled a cult, so.
It was like, hey, kind of.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, the Supreme Master Ching Hai, people built her an island.
What?
Oh, no.
What's it called?
No, they got caught doing it.
Wait.
They were in the Everglades.
Wait, they were building an island.
Yeah, they were
in the Everglades?
off the coast. They were tearing rocks out of the Everglades and piling them in the water to build her an island. And they got big enough that someone noticed from a plane.
Holy shit.
Whoa. It's just some fucking hourly workers like you going, okay, so what?
So
Why are we doing this?
Did anybody sort the lettuce today?
Hey, can we get this broccoli out of the sun?
No, it helps. Just breathe
You're
in.
like, I know, breathalyze or whatever, dude. I'm fucking starving. I've been moving rocks all day. Like,
It was
When's lunch? Just breathe in, brother.
It was what? Breatharianism?
Breatharianism.
Which, by the way, I heard it all as much more of like a one-word thing, and I was like, that's a weird kind of Nazi.
which, dude, I didn't realize that the Pledge of Allegiance started as a like Nazi salute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what they used
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
and then they were
That's
like,
crazy.
they were like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's actually where the Nazis got it.
Really? They got
Yeah.
it from us. Surprise,
Yeah.
that,
surprise. Boy.
eugenics, rocket scientists, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they stole from us that we stole back.
Yeah, you
Project
could say- you
Paperclip,
could-
kids.
You could say that America was a big inspiration in the 30s.
Yeah.
Wow.
A city on a hill.
Wow.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like we've always been electing the worst.
Nah, we've always been electing the second worst because it's the lesser of two evils.
I know I saw somebody posted a thing like, what are we going to do now that we're done with the No Kings protests? Step one, pay our parking.
I mean, you got to pay
They
your
did
parking.
it I'm sorry, bro. They did it in England. That's awesome.
Pay any legal fines that the police may have
Yeah.
issued you during the protest.
Say you're sorry to the agent provocateur for screaming at them.
Dude. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean,
This got sad.
no, they said on the news, they were like, yeah, they're building a bunker underneath the ballroom. I was like, that's the quiet part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why?
Why?
Why do we need it?
I like to think that he's out there just grandpa maxing, and then somebody behind the scenes like, Jesus fucking Christ. He's saying it on the news, God damn it.
Grandpa Max.
Feel like he's right there saying it on the news. Fucking Christ. Somebody get your boy.
Dude, if he wasn't the president, someone would have taken his keys like years ago.
Yeah.
But he's so rich that he could just shit his pants in the middle of a press conference and everyone's like,
He
okay.
would just be shitting his
Yeah.
pants at Mar-a-Lago.
He'll just buy new
Yeah.
keys. It's a problem. You can't stop him.
What I think now is that I think with AI, I think it's just, now we won't even know if people are dead.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. Now we're just stuck with them forever.
Oh, no.
Imagine AI Dick Cheney forever.
Oh, God.
Forever.
That's how it introduces itself
feel like-
every day.
I feel like
Forever.
I feel like Dick Cheney's more natural, and he would rather just take hearts from other people.
Dude, what kind of power do you have when you can shoot a dude in the face and he's like, sorry for getting in the way?
I don't know, dude. Somebody call Alec Baldwin. Be like, what's that like, bro?
Well, Alec
I
Baldwin.
feel like it haunts Baldwin because
yeah, it was more of a whoopsie in that case.
yeah,
I
it
feel
was like the Bruce Lee Jr. kind of thing.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, on the set of The Crow, they were using
Oh, yeah.
blanks,
Bro,
right?
I forgot.
And
But
the
there was
blank
something in the
jammed in the
barrel.
gun.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
Time is a flat circle. I'm watching True Detective. Come die with me, little prince. Dude, that show fucking rules.
I can't believe they did such a deep dig into like Lovecraftian mythology for the Carcosa and King and Yellow stuff.
Yeah, I started looking it up. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's Chambers.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, that's the
don't-
guy's name.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like a big Lovecraft guy.
I like his writing circle better, like Block and Chambers and Derelict.
My favorite thing about him is his cat. That is a deep cut joke.
No, it's not. Not that deep.
It's
Not as deep as it should be.
it's not as deep as it should be. That's for sure. Do you know about the cat?
No.
It's not a
He
nice
had-
name.
He had a cat that was just named the N-word.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
it was a black cat.
Obviously, Blake, put that together.
It would be funny if he had like an orange cat.
Yeah,
It would make just as much sense. Like,
dude, that must have killed at house parties when the cat came in the room.
back in that day, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
murder. As soon as the cat comes, he opens a can of tuna. When people come over, he's like, "Watch this, I'm gonna kill him."
And then just all of the servants are in the corner of the room, like,
They're like, dude, he does that joke every fucking time. They're like, you
It's
really
all right.
think
I've been poisoning him.
he's got to die soon? Real
He has,
Rasputin in here.
he has a surprising arsenic tolerance.
Yeah, this guy's just eating poison, bro. What the fuck?
Last night, I gave him a block of lead, and he seems to be doing fine.
Oh man.
Oh, what a hell of a way to find out you're immortal.
Yeah.
Like, you're just such a dick. People keep trying to kill you. You go, you know what? I might have a superpower.
You're like, wait, everybody doesn't eat mercury soup on Thursdays.
Oh man, yeah. It's crazy. I've been really I just am constantly thinking about like what is our lead gasoline? Like
Yeah.
what is our cigarettes on a plane? What are we going to look back?
Microplastics, I think.
Yeah,
I think
I think that's
microplastics
ours,
or
yeah.
I think cell phones.
Cell phones.
I
yeah.
think cell phones like just in public is going to be like, dude, what? That is disgusting.
You're
Yeah.
irradiating everybody, you dick.
We'll find out something horrible. And
So you can talk about True Detective Season 1 with your friend.
You're like, you see, it was a different time. You'll be explaining to the grandkids with like your tail whipping around. You'd be like, it was a different time. We didn't know.
They're like, dude, it was a demonic entity. Like we had no idea, dude. We thought it was cool.
It had runes on it.
I mean,
yeah,
it's like-
but little runes.
It's
Not
like
scary
when boomers
ones.
talk about they're like it was a different time. You're like, I'm pretty sure you had an inkling that smoking cigs with the windows rolled up wasn't great. Like I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
something.
I don't know. Doctors said there are ads from doctors that are like, it's good.
They're like Fred Flintstone smoking a cig.
Like, what if it's
Yeah,
vitamins?
those
What if it's
commercials are
vitamins?
hilarious.
What if like it comes out? It's like, oh, by the way, eating like multivitamins is horrible for you.
You know what is good for you? Eating cigarettes. It's like the
turns out-
smoking's the problem.
Circling it around, and actually, you should be smoking your multivitamins. What you need to do is get a light
Write
bulb.
that into a book. Smoked multivitamins.
Yeah, you can snort it if you wanted to act fast, but
I've found that to be true in my life.
That's what I need. I need snortable vitamins, dude.
dude,
Just
got
make
the-
you still feel hardcore. You're like doing them off a knife's edge. Like, yeah.
I'm about to start fucking selling vitamins to 38-year-old addicts.
Yeah.
you got like all the,
Ex-addicts.
All punk kids.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of oral fixation? This is a nasal fixation. We got to scratch that itch.
you've got one of those things that
You got
has
a
like all the
tincture you-
days of the week with
Yeah.
a little bump in there.
Yeah, you got a little. This is your vitamin spoon.
Stevie Nicks in
No,
it.
officer. I swear to God, it's B12.
What fun merch, vitamin spoons.
Yeah, that's how you know you're on some sort of dirtbag algorithm when when your algorithm starts going, hey, what about these tiny spoons? You're like, not there yet, buddy.
No, my algorithm
Not-
has tried to hit me with the cocaine devices.
Yeah, Wish suggested a straw that looked like a vacuum. I was like, all right, buddy. I know I'm a
My
weirdo.
homie
But,
used to wear one around his neck. I'd be like,
Oh,
dude,
God.
tuck that in while I'm driving.
oh, gosh.
That's
We're
crazy.
gonna need it later.
I'm not mad you have it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it, but tuck it in while I'm driving. Jesus Christ.
It's like when
Where
someone.
we at?
We got to be deep.
Oh yeah, we're deep. We
Oh,
did it.
yeah.
We did it.
We did it. Got anything to promote? We'll post the link to your radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your podcast.
Yeah, your Berlin podcast.
And I think the one thing that we really got to the core of is that True Detective Season 1 is the best podcast.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go pee because
All right.
I drank 2 sodas.
Yeah.
That's good. Mutation Brewing on April 9th. Ooh,
What's that stuff up?
April 5th. Levita Laughs at some weird place in Smyrna.
That's Sunday?
That's a Sunday.
That's Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I found that out yesterday.
You should dress like a black person going to church, like an all purple suit. Wear like an Easter Sunday suit. That would be odd, like a
it
pastel.
would be, dude. Just get a full Easter bunny costume.
The creepiest one you
Because
can
that,
find.
by the way, that's an open mic I'm featuring on, so it just means I'm doing like double time or whatever.
I'm not doing anything. Maybe I'll come.
Come hang out. It's a weird, dude. It's I gotta hit you with this real quick.
All right.
I went to the first one of these mics.
Oh, this is Living La Vida Loca. Okay.
Surprising number of audience members.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it kept up last week because this is the third one I'm featuring on.
Okay.
I show up early because I like to show up early, especially to new mics. It is the kind of place that is playing like Hispanic club music at all times. At all times.
Okay.
Like it's Sunday, 5 p.m., empty bar, loud club music.
Nice little reggaeton.
And then I was having a conversation with some comics, and we decided we Primus bombed the touch tunes.
No.
Dude, we put Tommy the Cat on in there.
What? Why are you harassing those Hispanic people?
There was like nobody in there. It was Tom. There were like three
That's
people.